3, 2, 1. Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Wolfie here. We are back now. The first thing you want to do on this video, as always, is hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. But of course, that is 4 PM UK time every single day without fail. 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Bish bash bosh. But what we have got for you today, and last but not least, my Twitch and my Twitter channels are down in the description below. www.twitch.tv/Connor Woolf and www.twitter.com/Connor Woolf 1995. If you want to go see all of my RTG games that you are about to see, well, you're about to see one live Road to Glory game on your screen right now. If you want to see some more, then make sure you go and hit my Twitch channel up. You guys will see me stream it. And of course, if you want to see a little bit of my life other than FIFA, then make sure you go and drop my Twitter channel a follow. But what we have got for you today, guys, is how can you become a professional FIFA player? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a live Road to Glory Foot Champions game for you and just explain to you how I became a professional FIFA player, okay? Because I feel like there is a lot of stigma. I feel like there is a lot of stigma built around it, and there is a lot of, you know, like, pay to win, blah, 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 blah. All of these things are. There is a lot of stigma built around it. Let's not get it twisted, you know, like. Let's not get it twisted. So I'm here to kind of just tell you how I became a pro and how you can. I believe anyone, I really do. I believe anyone, if they put their mind to it and they truly, truly commit to it, can become a professional FIFA player. That I do wholeheartedly agree with. I do believe that there is some natural ability in there anyway. So, for example, like myself, even before I ever knew what a professional FIFA scene was, before I knew who Gorilla was, blah, blah, because Gorilla was the big pro at the time, when I was coming through, before I knew who these people were, I've always been naturally better than all of my mates at FIFA. There is a natural ability in FIFA there. And this guy has got a very weird but nice team. He's actually going to play 5 at the back. That's not what I want to be seeing first game on. But that's not to say that if you don't have the natural ability, you won't beat someone with natural ability if you work harder than them. So, let me get things straight. If you want to become a professional FIFA player, you need to be fully engraved. Wait there, I just got a text. I'm going to foot. Quit, bro. You need to be fully committed to improving. Now, a big thing you can do to improve is, if you have the ability to, buy yourselves a capture card, which will then give you the ability to record your games. Recording your games gives you a massive bonus, okay? Because then you can then see the games that you lose and see what you're doing wrong, and that is a huge advantage that you can get. So, for example, I've just scored a goal there. The goal was absolutely cheese. That is what you call just a plain and simple kickoff goal. Let's not get it twisted. That is just plain and simple kickoff. He tackled me, Rashford then tackles him, I then come and get the ball, bang. But I'm sure if my man here records his games and saw like what happened before that, maybe there was something he could have done differently to stop that even happening in the first place. So, for example, there, he has brought his right back out. He's given Rafinha that room, like so, for Rashford to then do the scoop turn. And all of a sudden, we're 2-0 up. The pause button has been pressed. And all of a sudden, my man Swizzard, he's out of here straight away. So, I'm going to go into another live game because, of course, this video has now only been 3.5 minutes long. But, tip number 1, you have to not blame the game and really blame yourself, okay? So, the game does mess you over. Let's not beat around the bush. The game does mess you over, but you need to get that out of your head and just solely focus on, okay, the game is messing me over here, but I need to really look at what I did wrong before that to then see if maybe I could have done things differently. Because the big thing how I improved was I started streaming, and any games that I lost in the weekend league, or like so, or it wasn't even the weekend league, it was just on FIFA 16, really. I would then go and look back and see, oh, okay, look, I dragged my right back out there and I shouldn't have dragged him out there. I dragged my left back out there and I shouldn't have dragged him out. These things make a huge difference to your gameplay, and you've got no idea how much of a difference they make till you start seeing it. It's something that I've slowed down on in the last, like, 6 months or so, and it's why my game isn't at the level that I want it to be at the moment in time. I mean, there is a big thing, the fact that I just don't like the game as well. Like, I don't like FIFA 20 at all. But FIFA 21, sorry, not FIFA 20. I mean, I didn't like FIFA 20 either, but you just need to be fully committed to improving. My biggest advice I can give to you guys is just try and commit to improving. Try not to blame the game like everyone else does. I watch so many, even streamers that I like, I watch them and they just blame the game, and I'm looking at the mistakes that they're making and going, you're blaming the game, but you messed up there anyway. But another tip You need to get some sauce in your attack, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be a professional FIFA player, you need to start getting skill moves into your game. You know, these type of passes here, the little quick passes inside, etc., etc. You need to start bringing them into the game, you know. So, whether or not it's the fake shot stop into the Elastico, whether it's the Elastico, whether it's the cancelling skill moves this year are very, very, very effective. I'm starting to learn them now because even though I'm not competing this year, the cancelling skill moves are going to be here in the long run, you know. So, like, me learning them now gives me an advantage then on FIFA 20... What FIFA are we going to be in? FIFA 22 next year. Gives me an advantage for that when I will be back competing, you know. So, these are the things that I look at. Another thing as well is be honest with yourself. Be honest when you lose a game. Don't... Like, I know FIFA's got this thing where you lose a game and you're like, oh, I didn't lose to my opponent. I lost to FIFA, blah, blah. And I get it that it happens sometimes, and it does. The game does mess you over sometimes. Let's not beat around the bush. The game does well and truly mess you over sometimes, okay? But it doesn't mess you over every loss you take. Every loss I take, I don't lose because of the game. Like, there are a lot of losses, probably even like 90% of the games that I lose, where I've lost because of me. Nothing to do with the game, nothing to do with anything. I've lost because I've made stupid errors, you know. And that will always continue to happen. And it's a big thing on FIFA that people don't look at, really. People don't look at... Good tackle there, Desai. People don't look at, the game. People just blame the game, blah, blah, blah. They don't look at themselves. And then a big thing with defending that I've got for you guys is try not to drag your centre-backs out as much as you can. Be patient when the shot comes. You know, my man just moved his keeper there. I delayed the shot. I delayed the shot with the anticipation that he might move the keeper. He did move the keeper, so I then have an easy shot into the far corner. These are just little tips that will really improve you to becoming a professional FIFA player 100%, because I think there's a real big stigma behind it. I'm going to then feed into that stigma a little bit. It's disgusting. I know it really shouldn't be in any esport. But if you really want to back yourself to be a professional FIFA player, then you are going to have to put your money where your mouth is. You are going to have that team to compete. I know it is disgusting. It's something that should never, ever, ever be in the game. Ever, ever, ever. Unfortunately, it is, and it's not going to change because EA, it generates EA's money, and it won't change. Whether or not I agree with that or I mean, I totally disagree with that, as you guys can probably tell, but it's just, I don't like how some people are like priced out of being a professional FIFA player, and that is genuinely the level where we're at the moment. I guarantee you there are a lot of players out there that are good enough to be professional FIFA players, good enough to compete, good enough to make events, etc. But just don't have the general funding behind them to get the team required. Because let's not get it twisted. You need an absolute stacked team now. People are putting more and more points on every single year now, and it's getting pretty ridiculous. Some of the teams that I'm seeing from like day one now, it really is getting ridiculous. And these are the things that you guys need to understand. That whether or not you agree with it or not, if you want to be a professional FIFA player, you need to put your money where your mouth is. You need to do these things. I totally disagree with it. For example, I've this year purposefully gone out and just done a road to glory. I'm not competing this year because I didn't have the time to. So I've said, well, why would I put money on the game if I'm not competing? I wouldn't. I've always said the only reason I put money on the game is to compete. I don't put money on the game for a laugh or anything like that. I put the money on the game to compete at events, to compete at these higher levels, you know. Like, I don't put it on for any other reason other than that. So I always said the moment I'm not competing, that's when I'll stop. And there you go. Look, not competing this year. Full RTG's going. This RTG could have been so good, by the way, if I'd have just been bothered. My problem is with the RTG, I just don't like playing with these players. And this guy I'm playing is absolutely doo-doo, by the way. I don't like playing with these. I like grinding to be better at the game. I don't like grinding to get better players. You kind of get where I'm coming from there. So, like, me personally, I don't enjoy grinding to upgrade my Marcus Rashford into the inform Marcus Rashford. I enjoy grinding the game to get better. And it's why I don't really play the game much this year. It's because I don't really enjoy the RTG aspect of it that much, if I'm being real. I enjoy the fact that, like, I'm proud of the team. Like, honestly, if I'd have gone ham every week, like, I've only completed 2 weekend leagues out of what, 12, 13? Could you imagine the team if we'd have completed every weekend league? Like, our team would be stacked, you know. Like, our team would be absolutely blessed. It really would. Don't give them a goal, yeah. Our team would be so blessed. But I just don't have it in me to try and sweat out these weekend league games, and I don't have to, and I'm not playing for anything. It's annoying, but I can't change that. But I'm gonna hit that across. I want to just see that volley go in. Another thing as well, in order to become a professional FIFA player, would be to learn the meta. And I know it's a disgusting thing to say, but I'm not going to lie to you guys here. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. The way I play isn't the meta on FIFA 21 at all. It hasn't been the meta on any FIFA really, apart from FIFA 18. The way I played suited the game. You know, I could do a lot of skill moves, get the ball into the box. My playstyle hasn't changed from FIFA 16. And I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of not learning the meta and almost like abusing it, really. You see a lot of these guys, they'll be spamming step overs. They'll be spamming all of these. Spamming the bridges. Although the bridge I actually use quite a bit, to be fair. They'll be spamming AI defending. They won't be dragging the centre backs out. And then you see someone like me come on and play. I just play like absolute YOLO. I play my YOLO to a very high level, though. I will admit that. But try and learn and abuse the meta is a big thing. Because it really does hamper you just not playing to the meta. Especially a competitive FIFA. It just, plain and simple, it just hampers you not playing to the meta. It really doesn't. It just, the way you play and the way you should play on this FIFA, you should play, I mean, I'm playing the right way. I'm playing 4-4-2. You should play 4-4-2. Everyone will come back on defence. Run around with your centre mids. Get the ball to the edge of your opponent's box and just spam step overs. Because eventually, the step over or the bridge will eventually glitch your guy's defender out and you'll get an easy opportunity to score. These are things that you should be doing if you want to get to that high level of FIFA. These are 100% things that you need to be doing as well, in my opinion. It's kind of mad to say, right? It really is mad to say, but that's where we're at the moment in terms of FIFA. It's a bad thing to say, but I think it was around... Our FIFA 18 wasn't very, like, meta FIFA. It was just... I thought FIFA 18 and FIFA 17 were very balanced FIFAs. FIFA 17 had very overpowered AI defending, though. That is something I will say. Like, the AI defending on FIFA 17 was pretty nutty, actually. But FIFA 18 was a very balanced FIFA. The FIFA scene competitively changed in FIFA 19. That's where the FIFA scene's gone now, where it's very much meta abusing. And that was because FIFA 19 was very much... Like, I've never seen a FIFA game like that. It was very much abused the broken mechanics, or almost peril, you know, almost at your own peril. You're doing it wrong if you're not abusing the mechanics. And that's where I think the pro FIFA scene changed, was from FIFA 19. Because people saw what people were doing on FIFA 19 and going, well, why am I not just getting the ball down the line and El Tornado crossing then? Why am I not just doing that? Like, let's be real. Why am I doing these things that I shouldn't be doing, when my opponent can just run down the line, chip the ball up, get an easy cross, bang, sorted, you know? That's where the competitive FIFA scene changed forever. You saw it then with FIFA 20. Everyone would abuse the meta on FIFA 20. And then you're seeing it now on FIFA 21. Everyone just abusing the meta. And it's poor to see. It's poor to see, really. It really is poor to see. But it's the level we're at. It's where FIFA's at the moment. Is my man going to get a red card? I don't know why my man's staying in the game at 7-0. He's now got a red card. And it's a shame to see, but like, professional FIFA, if you want to get into it, then the world really is your oyster. If you don't want to get into it, then don't. But that right there, guys, is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. More of like an informative video while I'm just playing a live RTG Foot Champions game. But have a blessed, happy new year, by the way. 2021. I hope you guys had a wicked happy new year. I will see you guys tomorrow for my custom tactics, my 4-4-2 and my 4-2-3-1 custom tactics. Have a blessed new year, guys. Bye-bye-bye. Peace out.